This might sound insane, but I need to share my story before I completely lose my mind. I'm Claire, and ever since I can remember, I've been captivated by the Phantom of the Opera. Visiting the Palais Garnier in Paris, the story's setting, has been my lifelong dream, and finally, this year, I made it happen. The tragic tale of Eric, the tortured genius lurking beneath the opera house, resonates deeply with me. As an aspiring opera singer, I've always felt a strange connection to him, understanding his longing and pain. The idea of performing on that grand stage, feeling the Phantom's presence guiding me, has fueled my imagination for years. When I arrived in Paris, the excitement was palpable. While sightseeing for the first few days, my thoughts were consumed by the Palais Garnier. On the third day, I couldn't wait any longer. The building was even more breathtaking than I'd imagined. As the tour guides spoke of its history and the legend of the Phantom, most tourists seemed skeptical. Not me. I believed in the Phantom. I needed to find him. I lingered behind the tour group, slipping away down a side corridor. The dimly lit halls exuded an air of mystery, filled with the scent of aged wood and dust. Ignoring the rules, I ventured deeper into the opera house, driven by a mix of fear and excitement. I had to find him. Descending a narrow spiral staircase to the lower levels, my heart pounded with every step. The air grew colder, the light dimmer. Following the faint sound of dripping water, I reached a decrepit wooden door, barely holding together. Pushing it open, I found myself in a dark, damp passageway. As I navigated the moldy corridors, shadows danced along the walls, and the stench of decay grew stronger. My flashlight cast eerie shadows, heightening my sense of unease. Turning a corner, I froze. There, at the end of the hall, stood a figure cloaked in darkness. My heart raced. Could it be him? Eric? I called out, my voice trembling in the silence. The figure remained still. Tentatively, I approached, noticing the mask covering half of his face, just like in the story. Despite my excitement, a primal fear gripped me. Something about him felt deeply unsettling. You shouldn't be here, he spoke, his voice a menacing whisper. I'm sorry, I stammered. I just wanted to meet you. I'm a singer, like Christine. He drew closer, his movements silent. A singer, you say? Yes, I whispered, barely audible. Sing for me, he commanded, his tone brooking no argument. I swallowed hard and began to sing. Choosing, think of me, I hoped to impress him. But as my voice echoed through the passageway, a suffocating pressure built in my chest. My vision blurred, struggling to finish the song. When I stopped, he stood before me. His grip on my arm was firm, his touch chilling. You have potential, he said, his voice softer now. But you must learn to let the music consume you. As he led me deeper into the darkness, pushing me to my limits over the following days, I noticed strange occurrences, a sense of being watched, whispered voices, and terrifying nightmares. Despite my mounting fear, I couldn't resist his influence. One night, he declared it was time for me to embrace my destiny. He pushed me to sing once more, and as the darkness enveloped me, I felt myself slipping away. When I looked into the mirror, horror gripped me. My reflection was distorted, a ghastly resemblance to Eric himself. Panic surged through me. This wasn't what I wanted. Attempting to flee, I found myself trapped in a nightmarish maze of tunnels, Eric's relentless pursuit driving me deeper into despair. I realized then that I was becoming a pawn in his twisted games, losing myself to the darkness. Now, as I write this, I feel Eric's influence tightening its grip. My plea for help is a final act of defiance, a warning to others not to fall prey to his seductive promises. He may have claimed me, but I refuse to let him win. If you ever feel the pull of darkness, remember my story. Don't let Eric's malevolent shadow consume you.